Right, okay, good afternoon everybody, welcome to another video by me, Mr. Drone. You'll be able to see at the bottom of the road there, I am at the Everton Stadium down at Bromley Dock. I'm here to do my midweek video where we will have a look at quite a lot of your questions and comments today. And I have got a few, I think I've got about 13 or 14 or something like that, so there's a few to go through. So, we'll get up in the air now, have a look at the stadium and your questions and comments. Let's get up there. Right, okay, you'll see I'm already up in the air there, and we've started at a completely different angle today, and I'll tell you why. The first person I've got here is Plucky43, who says, that fly-in from the north side with all the city landmarks and the Mersey in the background is outstanding, gets me every time, up the Baldies. So there you go, Plucky. How about a nice little fly-in to start our midweek video from the north, getting all the city and that in the background. I agree with you, by the way, it looks absolutely stunning, doesn't it? What a location, eh? What a stadium. Thanks for that though, Plucky, really appreciate it. We'll just take a little flight round to the northeast corner here, and we'll move on to our next person, who is, do you know what, I've saved all these on my phone always, you know, when it like closes, so I have to open it again and find the screenshots. Anyway, next up I have Blue Nose, and this was sent on Twitter, I think it was, or X as we call it now. And Blue Nose has said, Mr. Drone, quick question for your weekly Fly around. In the videos originally released by Everton, the computer generated stadium showed Everton in white letters on the glazing at both ends. Do we know if this is still going to be done? Mr. Kirks replied straight away saying it was removed before the final designs. Yeah, Blue Nose, thanks so much for your reply. My understanding is that anything like that has been removed as well. All to do with that the heritage site status, apparently, even though we lost it as well, but they don't want like anything on the external, I believe. I think it looks great as it is though, but thanks very much for that, Blue Nose. Really appreciate it. And yeah, that was a message on X, as I said. I think it was X anyway. So yeah, thanks for that, mate. But we don't think it's going to be there. Next up, I've got Warwick Hunt, who says, I'm a Newcastle fan. I can't wait to go to our away game and see the stadium. It looks amazing. Wish we could find somewhere to build a new one. We definitely need it. Yeah, I've kept that in there. Thanks so much, Warwick. I've kept that in there because I wanted to just bring up how many messages I get on the channel. And as Blues, we get from other fans, like, basically, saying how good the stadium is, and how kind of pleased they are for us and that. It's really good. I know we get like a Forest fan who comments on most, a Wolves fan, definitely a Portsmouth fan as well, so it's really good. So I just wanted to say, like, thanks very much for that, Warwick. Really appreciate it, really appreciate your support as well, and good luck to your guys. You've got all the money but can't spend it, which is just, it's unfortunate, isn't it? It seems the way they've made it now is that, you know, it was all right for the guys like City and that who got money at the time, but anybody who gets it now is struggling to spend it. Anyway, thanks for that, Warwick. And anybody else who isn't an Everton fan who watches and gives us all your good luck and that, really appreciate it and your support. Moving on, Steve Carlisle. This is a good one. Look at this. All right, Nick. Anorak Klaxon. There are 872 barrel cladding sections to be erected. 436 west, 436 east, so we are looking at the east. Currently erected 98 west and 164 east elevation. Total erected 262. Expected completion July, August. Hope you all sleep better now, you never know, might update. Superb, that, Steve. They're great messages to have them, because, you know, people do want to know these things, so absolutely superb, that, Steve. So we're looking at, so the east at the moment, what Steve said there, on the east there is there's 164 on the east. That's obviously the largest section, the northeast. We'll just move along to you see they're doing more work on the east stand roof as well. I'll zoom out on it so we can have a look. And do you know what, there's probably almost the same done now. Almost. Once they finish that east roof, sorry, that they're doing, as you can see if I zoom in, It's where they are now. It's where they're concentrating. Once they finish that, we'll see more barrel cladding going across the east elevation. Superb, that's Steve. Thank you very much. Moving on, I have EILO Nadiv, who says, hee hee, nice one, Nick. I don't know what the hee hee was, but anyway, do some walkthrough from Goodison Park Stadium to Branley-Moore, to Branley-Moore Everton Stadium, would you? Okay, so guys, yeah, of course I will. If you want me to do it and do the walk down from Goodison, maybe from the Wilmslow or something like that, to Branley-Moore, let me know. It's definitely something I'll do if people want to see it, if you want to see that area. So I'll tell you what, if I get, I don't know, loads of comments saying, yeah, please do that, then yeah, absolutely, I'll do it. Thanks for that. It's trying to rain. I'm gonna have to smash through, and I've got loads to do. Thanks for that, EILO though. People, let me know if that's something you want me to do. A walk through from Goodison down to this stadium here at Branley-Moore. Please let me know. Moving on, I've got CEB24 or Seb24, who says, nice videos as always, Nick, thank you. Does anyone know what the plan is for the ground around the stadium? I noticed in front of the black entrance, due to be a club shop, it looks like black tarmac. I just assumed it would be paved all the way around, including the personalised stones in the south stand, but in hindsight, realised that's a hell of a task. It might be a hell of a task, Seb, but it is going to be paved, especially right up to this area anyway. There is certainly going to be all of these like kind of water designed paving stones. So they will be going right up across the club shop. And up to there, almost to the corner, to be honest, Seb. Look at that, there's more of those barrel cladding sections there as well. Quite a few of them. And there. Must be due to lift one, as you see it's connected all there. But yes, Seb, most of it, and the paving slabs around the south stand around there, the forever stones, sorry, or memory stones. But yeah, Seb, mostly paved, definitely. It is a big task, like you say, big task in hindsight, but the entire thing's a big task, isn't it? So it'd be silly for them to cut back on something like that. But yeah, thanks very much, mate. Really appreciate that. Next up, I've got user number 1, WL3QU10. Sounds like a robot from Star Wars or something. Quick question that's probably been answered before. If I turn up on a non-match day to go to the club shop, buy tickets, go to a restaurant, will I be able to park my car on the fan plaza? Not that I'm aware of, user, no. So these are gated, these entrances, you'll see, let me get the zoom in there, they're gated, bollards behind. The only vehicular access is going to be the ones at the end. See, bollards behind that one too. Pedestrians only. Vehicles down here, but there's be a security. Where's that security going? I think I've gone past it. Is it there? It is there. Sorry. Security, and it'll only be authorised vehicles, as far as I know. You assume no. You won't be able to park on the fan plaza. No. Have to find somewhere else. Sorry, buddy. Moving on. I've got Keith Baker, who says, going to Liverpool mid-August for the first time since immigrating to Australia as a 5-year-old in '74. Wow, superb, Keith. First time in... I'm trying to do the math from 74 there. That's, well, it's obviously going to be 50 years, would that be? Anyway, anyone know if the stadium will be completed enough for a walk around the exterior at least? No, mate. Keith, sorry to say, I don't think it will. I think they're hopefully, the plan is to do the handover December, I believe. I'm just going to see if they're lifting that barrel clad. Not yet. Yeah, Keith, the plan is to hand over in December, and then it'll be a think probably a lot of internal fit, probably. But no, Keith, it won't be ready for you to walk around in August, unfortunately. Sorry about that. Thanks for the message, and thanks for watching from Australia. Next up, this is a big one, look at this. I've got Andy Merrick who says, do we know if they're going to do a little renovation on the wall the gates are in? Still grass growing out of the top main entrance towers. Also looks like half the wall has been jet washed and the other part's not. Let's have a look. Yeah, there is grass growing out the main towers there, isn't there? Just zoom in on that and I will. Got scaffolded right up round that though, haven't they? Right up the towers. How long's that been like that, guys, with the scaffolding all the way around the place? So I'm just going to come down and go a bit closer here. I'm actually really high and far away. Just been using the zoom. But yeah, so I'll read the response from our friend and information giver, David Badcock, who says, just as we have a look at that, and if people let me know on that scaffolding as well, but yeah, we'll say, Andy, the Regent Road wall isn't actually EFC's to maintain. That might be a shock, but true. EFC have been allowed to make the cut-throughs, but other than relaying the wall as best they can, that's the end of their direct responsibility. I absolutely agree that you'd hope they clear the plant life from the tower gate, etc., as the plants will only degrade the stonework further, and even if it's not EFC's responsibility, you'd imagine that the heritage stakeholders would want at least to protect the assets, rather than let them slide further, and you'd like to think that EFC would want it sorted so as to stop a poor reflection on the stadium. But the heritage stakeholders have been truly uninspired and only interested in sticking in their claws. Yeah, so, I mean, I was going to say 100% agree with what David said. There's no reason why anybody wouldn't, but yeah, it's not Everton's responsibility. But I absolutely agree with what David's saying as well, that you'd expect them to kind of do it anyway for the, you know, the reflection on the stadium. You know, you turn up, the first thing you see is this out front, and if that's going to be like plants and that growing out the top of the wall, it doesn't look great as a first like frontal impression, does it? But yeah, I hope that gave you the answer to your question there, Andy. And thanks, David. Thanks so much again. Really appreciate your input. Moving on. Lee Stewart says, on the southeast corner, here we are, the barrel cladding has what looks like studs on the outside. Could this possibly be a future sign or badge of sorts being pinned onto it? Correct me if I'm wrong, but in the design video, there's an Everton badge there. Ross has replied saying, no, they are temporary spaces which they put on whilst they are getting it into the correct position, then they remove them. They've been all the other ones too. That's what he's referring to there. See? That's exactly what he's referring to. Thanks for that, Lee. It's a great spot, by the way, as well, to spot them from my video. But yeah, agree with Ross. Once again, no reason not to agree, because Ross has also provided some great info on it. But they are spaces. They are there, and they're at the top as well, whilst they lay them. And they have been on all the other ones. They're definitely not affixing a Everton badge or anything there, Lee. They are the spaces. Thanks though, Lee. Great spot, as I say. Things like that, things that you spot, you have a question on, put them in here. We'll get to them, hopefully. And if I don't, a lot of the time you will get responses from the likes of Ross, Dunk the Blue, JEFC, or David Badcock. So you should always get your answers, and others as well. Sorry if I've missed you out, Steve Carlisle as well. People will have answers for you, but I'll try and cover them on the video. Moving on, we've got Keith Douglas 7154 says, hi Nick, another great video. Cheers, Keith. Just a quick question, every time you do a fly around, I noticed there seems to be only one entrance for match day traffic, as all other entrances seem to be the grey metal pedestrian entrances, and with all the fan zones being vehicle free. So my question is, will there be another match day vehicle exit, i.e. team coaches, tradesman vehicles, TV companies? JEFC, who I just mentioned, let's have a look. We did have a look at them just now, but he's right. So the likes of that isn't vehicle. There's a gate on there as well, isn't there? The likes of that isn't vehicle. The likes of that isn't vehicle. Nor is that. But that is at the south. And there's some plants that on top of that. At the north, no, sorry, not the south. So let's just look at the response we've had from JEFC, who says vehicles enter via the north turret gate, which is this one here, and exit via the south turret gate, one-way system, so they are to travel up to the back, the west stand, round, and exit via the south turret gate. Jay, I'm going to also, I think I've got another lengthy one from David on this, so I was going to ask a question then, but let me just move on to this answer as well. David Badcock said, Keith, no, the northeast vehicular access will be the one used for entrances and exits on match days. There will be no vehicular movements for 1 hour either side of the match at all. There will only be very limited authorised vehicle movement for 2 hours either side of the match. The southeast gate will only be used by emergency vehicles, it's these then, as an exit if required on match days. On non-match days, there will be much more slack cut with vehicles allowed to use the southeast gate as exits. All broadcasters' vehicles will arrive on site the day before the match or more than a couple of hours ahead in order to set up properly. All catering provisions, etc. will also have all stocks supplied well in advance, and certainly not within 2 hours of the match. So, a little conflicting, because JFC said they'll move up there and then come out down here. This is what I was going to ask when we say the south east gate, guys. Is it this? Is that going to be vehicle, or are they going over the bridge and out over there, please? I think that's all, that like Nelson Dock's all just leased until they finish the stadium, isn't it? So I think it's down here. But Jay, David, if you can confirm that. And what Jay said, they'll go up and round, but David's saying that will only be emergency vehicles that'll go up and round and exit via the south. All the others will have to be enter and exit via the north east. So guys, thanks very much for your responses there. Moving on, Lee Stewart. Lee Stewart again, was it? Did I have Lee Stewart before? I did, yeah. Lee snuck in here with two. Oh well, I've got it there. Didn't realise it was the same person. It's no bother, Lee. Anyway, great vid, Nick. I was just wondering, is there a sufficient railway network nearby the new stadium so people both home and away can attend matches? I have visited Liverpool numerous times, but not completely knowledgeable when it comes to the area. Thanks. William Watson 228 has said Merseyrail Sanddale Station is a 15-minute walk away and has 24 trains an hour on a Saturday and weekday, and will get you into the city centre and the main line stations, etc. just in a few minutes. There'll also be shuttle buses to the city centre and Bootle Town Centre. The stadium is just a mile from the pier head and the centre. And Dunk the Blue said, and Sanddale Station will be upgraded to cope with the additional passengers on match days. Dunk, is that definite, is it? So why I've looked over this way, Lee, is because Sanddale's is down, it's down that area. I might have gone too far with the drone. We won't be able to see it. It's down there. I have done a walk from Sanddale Station to Bramley-Moore Dock that you'll be able to see if you like do a search on my video. But yeah, it's a walk across the road. But as who was it said? Was it William? Yeah, William Watson said as well about the pier head. There's also, you look up this way. It's how close we are to the city, and there's James Street Station is really close. The city, Moorfields as well. So lots of options there, Lee. Lots of options. Good question though. Thanks very much. Moving on, I have Kevin NU3FQ says, once again, fantastic. One thing I noticed walking around there last week was the preparation of the development of the area between Bramley-Moore and the new Isle of Man ferry terminal and onto the pier head. Let's hope this continues. Great regeneration of the North Liverpool Docklands. Anyway, I posted this after the Sheffield United game. 40 points in traumatic season, so well battled to the team and manager, and most of all our fans. Up the effing Toffees. First things first, Kevin, thanks for your message. Totally agree about the team, and that to finish kind of where we have, you give us the 8 points we lost. We haven't got them. Give us them. I think we'd have been 11th. Not bad at all, is it? Not bad at all. But this area you mentioned, yeah, there's regeneration kind of like there, but it does stop there at the moment. See a big cruise liner in there as well. It does stop there at the moment, doesn't it? This part, you see the Isle of Man ferry terminal just in the back there, centre. and then you see the buildings coming up. So yeah, I hope, I share that with you, Keith, that I hope they do continue to regenerate that. It is the plan, but it seems to take them a long time to do any regeneration, unfortunately. But yeah, hopefully once the stadium's done and there's a lot of people coming to this area, it'll only increase that regeneration, or you know, the time of it. Thanks, Kevin. And last up, I have Mickey Blue Eyes 2, says, always pleased to see the hydraulic tower brought back to life down there. Totally agree. What a building it is. Now maybe we should buy the Dockers clock and restore that. John Rimmer said, well said, Mickey, I second your shout, mate. Yeah, okay, I think I totally agree. The Dockers clock's over here, right? Totally agree that this should be restored, and I've said this on another previous video. Look at it, it's amazing. Do I think Everton should buy it? No. Not right now, not with what's, you know, everything we've got going on with our club. It's got to be the last thing. It's a lovely idea, Mickey, but it's got to be like the last thing on our like list, on our shopping list, hasn't it? You know, it's a great idea, and if we were rich, a very rich club, then I'd be saying absolutely they should buy more of this land. In fact, do more to it, because I think they could. I think ultimately whoever does like build on this land and that, well, not buy it but even lease it, because it's Peel, isn't it? But whoever like does build and that on this land is going to capitalise on it in the long term. But should we buy it now and regenerate it just for lovely sentiments? No, not in my opinion. We've got a lot bigger things to be thinking about with the money. But like I say, Mick, I'm not having a dig or nothing. It's a great idea, and like if Everton had the money spare, I'd be totally agreeing with you. Buy it, regenerate it, 100%. Guys, that brings me to the end of my 20-minute video. I hope you enjoyed it. Get the drone down now. Right, okay, there you go, everybody. That was my midweek video of the Everton Stadium down at Bramley-Moore Dock, covering a lot of your questions and comments, as many as I could get to. I think there was about 14 or something there. A lot of more info added, loads of questions answered as well, which makes it like dead easy for me to do these videos. So appreciate all your comments and all the answers that we get as well. Really does, like I say, those comments, questions and that make the content for the midweek videos, so really appreciate it. And do you know what, I don't even do like too much flying as well. It's mainly like just hanging around reading out the questions and zooming in on bits. So I hope you enjoyed it. I'll keep this short and sweet, because we've already gone on for 20 minutes. So on that note, please like, share, subscribe, hit that button. What I'm going to link at the end of this around about now, if you haven't seen, on Monday a video come out where me and a few of the other YouTube and drone lads basically crashed some drones like into each other and had a little fun with them. So I'll link that here. If you haven't seen it, have a look at it. And I'll turn you around now and just show you there, if you can see it, there's a seagull eating a rat. Please like, share, subscribe.